Welcome to the Friends of Zayne Adams, aka FOZA Podcast, bringing awareness of postpartum depression, suicides, and the children who are left behind. We'll be spotlighting positive outcomes from mothers as well as healthcare experts and counselors. Would you know the signs of PPD? Would you know how to help a loved one? Stay tuned. As a community, we can do more to support maternal mental wellness.
Welcome, FOZA fans, and thank you for joining in on a new FOZA podcast. This is episode 27. I'm Paulette Smith, and as the year draws to an end, we want to thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing the message, and most of all, thank you for every effort you've made to help stop the silence, the shame, the stigma, the suicides, and the suffering that can accompany postpartum depression. Friends of Zayne Adams, aka FOZA Inc, is a 501c3 nonprofit organization working to provide supportive resources to families affected by postpartum depression, maternal suicides, and related maternal mental illnesses. We provide resource locator services, and we also offer an annual educational scholarship to college-bound students who lost a parent due to maternal suicide. Before beginning, I need to say a few words about triggers. This is a safe place. However, we may discuss topics that can be sensitive and may act as a trigger for some members of our audience. The content we discuss serves to provide information, education, and advocacy only. If you are experiencing an emergency, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That's 988. And if you're not experiencing an emergency, you're seeking consultation, then please check with your doctor or professional caregivers. And if you feel that your voice is still not being heard, please don't give up seeking help. Visit us online at FOZAinc.org, and we'll try to assist you in finding resources in your local area, and you're never required to provide us with any private or sensitive information. In this episode, we're going to focus on avoiding depression during the holiday season. Now, you don't have to dig very deeply to find out that especially this time of year can be all kinds of added pressures and expectations. And these can cause what's been labeled seasonal affective disorder by the NIH, or SAD, S-A-D. Now, according to the NIH, symptoms are real. They are real, and they can be linked to everything from shorter daylight hours to struggling with expectations in the holiday season and becoming overwhelmed with those expectations. The perinatal and extended postpartum periods can be uniquely sensitive, and in life today, it's just really hectic and overwhelming sometimes. So I'm going to discuss some strategies that moms and families can consider to help lessen the risk of depression, especially during this time of year. You know, we've discussed some of these in previous podcasts, but it's always good to revisit positive ideas. So let's get started. Number 1, setting realistic expectations. You want to acknowledge that it's okay not to have a perfect holiday season, whatever perfect might mean, and some of us are perfectionists. So be realistic about what you can achieve and don't overburden yourself with too many commitments or high expectations, especially with things that are outside of your control. You know, in the holidays, we're really working with a lot of other people and stores and all kinds of entities. Some things are not in our control, and we don't want to stress out about that. Number 2, you want to seek support. Don't be afraid or don't be hesitant to ask for help from family and friends. You know, sharing responsibilities can significantly reduce stress, and it makes others feel good to know they can help you. If you feel like it's kind of difficult for you to start a conversation that's kind of hard for you, then start with your doctor. Start with someone you trust. Tell your doctor how you're feeling and ask for a referral for therapy or consultation. It's there for you, and it's critically important that you speak up when you're feeling down. Number 3, a healthy routine deters depression. This has been proven, and depending on where you are in your motherhood journey, where you are in your perinatal, your postpartum journey, your regular routine may have changed. It probably has. But your doctor or your health advisor can give you information to help you maintain as much of a good schedule as possible. The simple planning of your diet and your sleep, along with regular physical activity, just those 3 things can be a wonderful distraction all through your perinatal period. You want to find new, fun, and healthy activities that interest you. And go ahead and get started with that. Number 4, you want to prioritize self-care. Now, being pregnant or having a newborn can be demanding, and we all know that. Now is the time to pamper yourself. Sure, it's the season for giving, so put yourself on the list and give yourself a purposeful break. Take time for yourself. This could be as simple as taking a relaxing bath, or reading your favorite book, or just practicing mindfulness and meditation. We'll get to that a little bit further, get a little bit deeper into that. Number 5, connect with other moms. Building a support network with other mothers who understand what you're going through can be incredibly comforting and helpful. However, you want to surround yourself with positive energy. Limit your interaction to negative energy. That includes social media pressure, because there on social media platforms, life can be portrayed to be unrealistic, and it's idealized. It gives a warped version of a holiday season and some kind of perfection that really doesn't exist. So limiting your exposure can reduce the pressure to meet unrealistic standards. Number 6, you want to focus on meaningful activities. Engage in activities that bring you joy and make you feel good. Something for you and your family that can be joyful and relaxing. And don't pay too much attention to societal expectations of what the holidays should look like. It's like we were saying in number 5 about social media. Your family doesn't have to look like anyone's family but yours. Take relaxing walks and soaking up the nature. That can give you peace. I've added a wonderful article, and you'll find it on the blog and in this YouTube presentation. It's an article on mindful walking from Patience Riley. She's the author of Whoa Mama. She is so great at telling moms what she's doing in her life that brings her peace and brings her into a place where she's not full of stress. And she shares this information. It's really good. And so you're going to get a link to that. And number 7, if you are away from a portion of your family, a large portion of your family, as military members can be, and people who travel, business travelers sometimes they can be away, and they can be away during the holidays, and they can be away when they're pregnant. You want to reach out for professional help if you need it. If you believe you're experiencing symptoms of postpartum depression, it's important to seek professional help. Your doctor can give you a clear diagnosis, as well as a referral to a therapist or a counselor, and they can provide you with the support you need and any treatment options you might need. So don't hesitate. Number 8, practice mindfulness and relaxation. Right, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Techniques such as yoga, deep breathing, or meditation can help manage stress, and it can improve mental well-being. Now, always check with your medical team before taking on any new routine, no matter how harmless it might seem, and get the advice of your doctor. If you decide to take on a holistic approach, be sure your professional medical team is aware and on board with everything you're doing. One tool that has been absolutely proven to bring mindfulness is a gratitude journal. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life and writing them down can help shift your perspective and improve your mood. If you're having negative thoughts, you can journal those moments as well, and you can share those with your doctor. This will give your doctor more insight into your moods. Number 9, delegate tasks. I know it's kind of hard sometimes to tell people what to do, but the demands of the holiday season can be unreasonable for this time in your life. So don't be afraid to delegate holiday-related tasks to others. You want to let others help you share the workload so that you can help reduce the stress. And if you have specific needs, but you're not sure exactly where to get help, then reach out to your local community services resources. Many organizations take on extra volunteers during this time of the year. And if you're having trouble finding those organizations, you know you can always jump on the FOZA website and click on FOZA Finder. Number 10, limited holiday spending. Yeah, this is a big one. And I saved it for last because I know how very difficult it can be this time of year when we really want the people around us to know how much we care. We want to give. But financial stress can exacerbate feelings of depression. So you'll want to set a budget for the holidays and stick to it. If funds are low, that's okay. Consider making handmade gifts. They can be very economical, and handmade gifts, not only can they be more meaningful to your loved ones and satisfying for you, but the activity of actually creating the gifts ties into the 6th item that I mentioned above, focusing on meaningful activities. Don't underestimate yourself or your creative talent. YouTube is full of awesome, easy-to-make gifts, and every day you can see them being made with just household items. Also, the community centers in your local area, churches, and libraries typically have classes during this time of year where you can learn a new craft or a new skill and meet new people too, all of which can help you avoid feeling depressed and alone. Well, there we are. 10 tips for avoiding depression during the holiday season. We know every family's experience is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. FOZA hopes you'll find something here to help you and your family or your loved ones navigate this time of the year in a way that supports your mental health. Remember to visit our site and use the FOZA Finder tool if you're having trouble finding resources in your local area. Just visit the website at FOZAinc.org and click on FOZA Finder. You'll find all the resources I've mentioned, and we hope each and every one of you will have a peaceful and relaxing holiday season, plus the best new year ever. Well, that's it, FOZA fans, for 2023. Prayerfully, we'll see you in the new year. This is Paulette Smith, signing off in loving memory of Christina LaShawn Thompson Adams. Bye-bye.